Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to a Punched Out Thursday to Die For, where we'll all be using our punches and or our dies. And I think I used one punch today. The rest are dies. I'm gonna scrap these three photos of my son, and I'm gonna use the Christmas lights because my title's gonna be Merry and Bright, and I may never use all of them. I made them a long time ago and I still have them. Oh, I realized she had that flower in her hair. That's the only dye I use out of there. I cut these dyes out of several colors and then just put them together. And there's like three different dye sets that have pine branch, and I just put them all together because I lost them. I had them in a Tim Holtz one, and I'm gonna use the Marion Bright out of there. And those, well, I'll tell about them when we get to them. And I'll show them there that this is from 49 and Market Rouge. Rouge. I started to say Rogue, but it's Rouge. And I thought it'd make a good Christmas layout. I pulled out several, and what I had pictured in my head, none of them would work. And so I just decided that I would get this, and it worked real well. I My pictures are of my son at our Christmas party last year. My daughter got him the sweatshirt, and of course, it lights up. You really can't tell it in the photos, but everybody knows he had that adorable sweatshirt on. But he wore it. We all had matching pajamas on, but he wore it until he got too hot, and then he had to take it off. Um, I put some of that pine branch across there and a couple strands of the Christmas lights. And although I cut out three poinsettias sets of poinsettia to use, because I thought I'd put one at the top and a little garland thing there, and one under the photos, and then one at the bottom and go straight down and put my title there in the middle under the photos. Well, I realized real quick what I had in my head was not going to work. I just did not have enough room. And so this garland here will be there, but that will be the only thing straight down that I have besides the photos. I'm trying to make sure my Christmas lights don't cover up his Christmas lights or his Santa or Reagan back there. I already scrapped the photos of what Reagan was doing, and he just happened to be an addition because he was beside her. I was not even paying attention what he was doing until I seen the photos. So of course I cropped her to do her photos, and I'm cropping him to do his. I did put everything together because I forgot today was Thursday. I just didn't even realize it till I got up this morning. It hit me. Today is Thursday. I have to get a layout done for a Punched Out Thursday. When you're only doing it once a month instead of once a week, it seems like it just shows up randomly. But yeah, I'm getting it done. I had everything piled on the table where it was a total mess, but I got it all together, and now I'm just assembling it. I decided I wanted to put a border down at the bottom, and I was going through my border punches and I found one, and then I thought, well, I'll get me a piece of paper to use. Well, this was already in there, and it was just as good as the border punch I was going to use because, of course, it's candy cane. And so I just used it instead of the border punch. I figured I already had plenty of die cutting on here to start with, and I could skip using a punch on that. Um, this wasn't my plan, like I said. I For some reason I was thinking my Merry and Bright was like three words separately, and I would go straight across underneath the photos. Well, I could have cut it apart and probably used it, but I liked it the way it was when I went to pull it up to put it on the layout. So I decided to put it to the right and to put my gifts to the left. And I did have it planned to put some pine and branches and some lights with it, but this wasn't quite how I had planned, but I like how it turned out. So it was all right that my plan did not work out. And although I bought that gift set for, well, you seen it was in pastels and stuff. So the first thing I thought of was birthdays, and I bought it for birthday layouts. I really, really like it for these Christmas colors. And so, yeah, I'll probably be using it quite a bit. I have one gift die set, but I've had it probably, 10, 12 years maybe. It's been a long time. It just seems like forever. And so I was wanting something new. And it worked fine for birthdays. Some of the gifts are a little smaller, but most of them are bigger than this one. So when I want bigger ones, I can use the other one. And when I want smaller, I can use this one. Um, oh, I didn't use them all on there that I put together. I didn't put all the pieces together. Like I said, I cut out several different colors so I could mix and match, but I couldn't get them all to fit. So they are not all going to get on there. And I cut that one branch apart because it was just way too long. But I keep looking at that right there, and I tried to put some berries where it's cut a little bit short because I cut the top off of it. And I'm going to come up with a solution for it and fill it in. I'm hunting the berries, I think. So I can go ahead and put them on there. And I seen them. I thought maybe they might be laying up there on the pictures and caught in the garland, but no, it was over there to the side. And I tried putting the one there, and I laid it over to the left because I thought I got to do something else. So I am going to hand cut a top for that little sprig right there that needs a top. A lot of the time I'll cut them apart and it'll look just fine because there's plenty of other greenery there and it's not very noticeable, but this one was. And so I added the berries next to it. And I'm going to sprinkle Mr. Huey's uh, bookworm. It's like my favorite ever. And my mind went blank for a second there, but I sprinkled it on there. I thought about the tarnished brass, but then I seen this first, so it ended up on there instead. But that's it. That's my layout, and had fun making it, and especially the gifts. I really enjoyed putting those together. And I did ink, I think all of them. I used Lost Shadow on the white, and then peeled paint, and also, no, it wasn't peeled paint. I started to use it, decided it wasn't dark enough, and I used Ponderosa Pine, close to my heart, and then also Barn Red. But yeah, but if you look close at the photos, you might be able to tell the lights are lit on his sweatshirt. Well, after the first one, the second two, they are lit. But yeah, I want to thank you all so very, very much for joining me while I created my layout. And I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Be sure to check out the links down there below. Goodness, I almost forgot to mention it. And see what they created with their punches and or their dies. Bye.